Women's March on Chicago is thrilled to stand here today with champions and speakers from the 2017 March. We're announcing our March to the Polls, a rally and march that will be held on January 20th, 2018. My name is Jackie Algie, and I am one of the co-organizers of this event. I look forward to coming together January 20th to celebrate resistance efforts in 2017 that will be going forward in 2018. And also to unite to focus on the 2018 elections, of which we know there are many that are very important to women.
Yes.
We are excited about this year's mission, which is to ensure women and allies get to the polls, to support a pro-women, pro-family, progressive platform as we approach local, midterm, and gubernatorial races. We need to hold candidates and elected officials accountable. I'll repeat that. We need to hold candidates and elected officials accountable. We must insist they take progressive positions on the following: healthcare, equal pay, reproductive freedom, racial justice, freedom from violence, immigration rights, and justice for all.
Yes!
City and state and country need women to help reimagine the political system as we engage with it. I'll repeat, our city, our state, our country need women, and that's why we're here today. Thank you.
2018's March is really a day for us to gather in our diversity and make our voices heard. It's also a kickoff campaign to a series of programming following the march that is aimed at empowering women to get out and vote and support the progressive platform that the Women's March embodies. We're looking to fight for women's rights and social justice through our coalition partners. We're looking to benefit women from the west, the south, and the north side of Chicago, as well as all over the state of Illinois. This march is going to be a starting point as we work towards this programming to get out the vote for the 2018 elections, both the midterm elections at the federal level, our gubernatorial elections, and our local elections.
This year, Women's March Chicago has been blessed to work with activists new and seasoned in the long journey towards equality for women and social justice. We are proud to stand here today with the Women's March of Chicago to activate and continue to engage women in 2018. Nothing could be more important in terms of actualizing that change that we want to see for women and families than for getting women to come out and get the vote out in midterm and gubernatorial elections. I am Ileana Mora, the President and CEO of Women Employed, an organization that has a rich history in advancing economic equity for working women and families. We continued that tradition with the Women's March of Chicago and gathering 250,000 women here to stand for our rights. And we are thrilled to have such a powerful group of advocates working with us today so we can get more legislators and governors in the fight for issues like pay equity. There is currently a no-salary history bill in Springfield that was passed with bipartisan support but was vetoed by the governor in late August. We are working furiously with our partner organizations to get legislators out at the veto session later this fall to override the governor's veto. The no-salary history bill seeks to end the unfair practice in Illinois, which harms women and people of color especially by allowing discriminatory wages to stay with them from job to job. You can go to womenemployed.org/equal pay to take action with your legislators. We urge you to work collectively and with our partner organizations on all of the issues that affect women and families. We stand proudly with the Women's March of Chicago as we move onward to 2018.
Hi, my name is Rachel Alva, and I am a disability rights advocate. And in 2017, all of us came together to make the Chicago March for women the most accessible march in the country. We provided American Sign Language interpreters, open captioning, tactile interpreting, audio description, seating for people who needed it, and much more. And we are committed to making our 2018 March even more accessible. It's so important for all people with disabilities, including women with disabilities, to have an equal opportunity to participate in our political process. And that also includes not just rallies, but also making sure that our polling places are accessible to people with disabilities, and that our communities are accessible to people with disabilities, and that we also support communities running for office through people with disabilities in 2018. So we look forward to coming together in 2018 and having an equal opportunity for everyone to participate together. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Iman Ali, and I'm with the Trust Collective. It's a group of LGBTQ Muslims, Latinx who came together after the Pulse shooting. And actually, I was filling out a media training application yesterday, and they asked me what my vision was for America. I said many things, like I want people to throw their litter in the trash, and I want people to take care of their neighbors. I want to be safe and secure. I also want to be able to practice my religion just as freely as somebody who wants to believe that there is no God. I also said I want politicians to represent their constituents and not special interests or corporations. And if the people that have that job now aren't representing me, then we need to hire new folks. And those new folks need to look like me, which means, if it's not obvious, they need to be women. They don't only have to just be women, but they have to be the best women for the job. And we need to vote for those women. And when I say we, that includes men and women. And for those of us who aren't running, because I will never run, we need to contribute. We need to collect signatures. We need to donate our time and money. And putting a woman in the White House is good for history, but it doesn't necessarily change things immediately for a poor woman on the West Side, or a single mother in Hyde Park, or a teenager trying not to get pregnant on the North Side. We need to work from the bottom up and make sure that we have a solid foundation, and that the next woman in the White House won't wake up to devastating news. Thank you.
Hi, the power I feel here is pretty amazing. So my name is Paula Thornton-Greer. I'm with Planned Parenthood Illinois Action. To be clear, the attacks on our rights over the last 9 months have been nothing less than relentless. At Planned Parenthood, we see any attack on the people that come through a Planned Parenthood Health Center's doors as a direct attack on the ability to provide care. In his first executive action since the Women's March, Trump moved to restrict access to reproductive health care worldwide by reinstating the global gag rule. A few days later, the Muslim ban, then restricting transgender service members' ability to serve our country. Legislation like HB 40 proves that we are standing up and fighting back in Illinois. Right. We won't let this administration roll back the clock on women's rights in this country. And as I stand here today in support of the Women's March in Chicago, one thing I can say, the feeling is palpable. We understand our innate individual and collective power. So feeling this today, I can only imagine what it's going to be like on January 20th. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like when we get people out to the polls to reclaim and protect our rights. That's right. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Maxine Wint and I'm a senior at Kenwood Academy.
And hi, I'm Amaya Lorick and I'm also a senior at Kenwood Academy. Youth for Black Lives is a collective based in Chicago led by 6 Black teenage girls focused on validating and amplifying the voices of young Black people within the movement for equality. We are here today to speak about the importance of education.
Women and allies need to vote for candidates who support accessible and equal education. Since Youth for Black Lives is a collective of current and former CPS students, we have an obligation to ensure every child in the Chicagoland area has access to the best education possible, regardless of their socioeconomic status.
It is statistically proven that Chicago Public Schools doesn't sufficiently fund schools with higher populations of minority students. Education has a trickle-down effect to many other societal issues, including Chicago violence. Less funding in education creates more violence. It is important that women get out and vote for officials who will make a positive impact on students' lives.
The status quo offers no serious extrapolation. The status quo offers no serious extrapolation of the Black experience, and we are fed the negative perspectives of Black American life. On October 29th, Youth for Black Lives will be providing a teach-in at the experimental station that is educational and accessible, where people are empowered. Sound activism thrives on high awareness and a sense of empowerment gained from understanding our history and the system from which oppressed our progress.
We hope that you will participate in our event, and for more info, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at youth4BLK Lives and our website, youthforblacklives.org. Thank you, and please get out and vote.
And come to the march